This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler.
Give me what I want.
That's guy Missler in the business. And you got Big Larry Lee.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Larry? You still you still in the Midwest, baby? You still I'm in the
East. I'm in East Orange, New Jersey right now. East Orange, New Jersey, at my daughter's place. And, I went and visited her offices yesterday. She's basketball operations manager for the NBA. And, man, I beat my chest yesterday, man, to go through her offices and all the people that she's over.
And meet her boss and everything?
Huh?
Did you meet her boss?
I met her boss. Met everybody, man, and then I talked to my buddy. People in Detroit might remember Rod. Rod Williams was the Pistons head of security.
Right.
But now he's the New York Knicks head of security. So I talked to Rod yesterday.
Is that moving up or moving down?
That's a good question.
Or is it a lateral move, as they call it?
I think it's a lateral move. Let's call it a lateral move.
Okay. I just wanted to give you that bailout.
But he did a stint too with the Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron won there. So I would say he's gone down because he was with the Cavaliers when they won the championship, and he hadn't been back since.
Well, maybe he's going to spread some of that championship dust on the Knicks. Maybe they looking for that championship dust.
Maybe so. They're gonna need it. They're gonna need it against the Pistons.
I don't know. The Pistons got beat last night. Anybody know?
No, that's just one game out of 82.
Just one game. Okay, Chuck. I got you.
109 was the final.
113 was 109. I didn't see the game. I just paid attention to it on my phone. I just watched it.
Pistons for real this year, man. Pistons for real.
We got to get a name for them. I don't like the name everybody was trying to tell me. They call themselves the Dog Pound or something like that. And we didn't like it. We need to find out a name for them.
A name, I see the Dog Pound, and then you had the Bad Boys last time.
Nasty Boys, whatever you want to call it. That's us.
Nasty Boys.
We all nasty dogs, nasty boys, whatever you want to call it. That's us.
Nasty Boys, nasty. I don't know.
But so you selling us? I mean, was it cool? Tell about that big TV room. Everybody, all that room they got.
Oh man, you know what? You don't realize the production that these things are, right? So once again, basketball operations. So she took me to this room that had maybe 150 screens.
Wow.
Televisions, and there's people lined up in front of most of them. And, I guess they're on top of all the things that happened during the course. Like yesterday, I got to sit in on a meeting, her production meeting, and they were going over the TV schedule for the evening and who was where and what was where, even the for overseas games and everything. So I was like really, really impressed. You know it's a production, but until you actually see it, and like I said, I was a proud papa to see my girl orchestrating, this various stuff and that kind of thing. And then when I left her offices to come and did part of the show yesterday, and then I'm watching on TV what I'm seeing that they were going over with the games and stuff. And I was like, wow, that's very intriguing, man. Very intriguing. So this is the first week is with my youngest daughter. Next week, I'll be with my oldest daughter in Connecticut. And that's what I actually came for, because my grandson has his first birthday next week in March. And man, I'm tickled pink to be able to spend this time. But it's cold, man. I'm complaining. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold in the buildings. You think the people had a heat on in the buildings? No, it's cold. I'm
At
like,
least you
man,
didn't have to go outside. You didn't have to go outside.
no, it's cold inside too. I'm like, these people, they're just used to cold, man. I want to feel some sun on my bones.
68 is where you want to keep your thermometer.
No. I'm more like a 73, 74 guy.
No, that's sun. That includes sun. Now, if you don't get no sun, 68 is where the temperature, you should keep your temperature.
68, that's too cold, Jamie.
Yes, where do you keep your thermostat on?
I don't know, 68, 69?
68, 69. Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm a 73, 74 guy.
The only reason why it's that temperature is that's my pops.
Right. That's
HVAC unit, and with them being a former unionized HVAC employee, I'm not here to argue with him. He knows more than I do. I'm not gonna argue.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you mine. We just walk around and look, double the shirts. You know what I'm saying? In my house, we had 66. I'm just telling you, 68.
No, 66.
We had 66.
No, that ain't right, Jamie. Don't do that to CJ.
We got blankets and everything for him. We got them, and we got a nice electric blanket too. We got a nice one.
66. What you conserving energy or something?
I'm just trying to help everybody so everybody gets some of the power.
That hesitation is him saying yes.
Right. Hey, I don't know if you can see this. What you see this?
You got a blanket right there. There you go. That's what you need to do. Wrap
yeah,
up.
man.
Oh, you got to do.
It's cold inside. It's supposed to be.
I know you need that light so we can see you, but you're not right close to that window. All that cold air seeping in.
I know, but I don't know. It's either the heat or the lights. I don't know, man. So it's just cold. Everywhere I go, it's cold, and I'm complaining. Yes, I'm an old man. My blood is thin.
I don't know why you thought it would be different. Hey, you came at the beginning of spring. Hey, guess what? It's gonna be 60s tomorrow here in Michigan. It's gonna be 60s here.
Wow, I saw 48, 50 here tomorrow, which is, like I said, I assume it's gonna be cold outside, but every building I go into, it's cold inside. I'm like, people, use some heat.
You're moving around. You're doing everything. Dude, get up. Move the body.
Hold on. Where are you getting the 60-degree stuff for tomorrow?
It just start on maybe I'm a day early. Maybe I'm a day early.
I think you're
I saw 60 on over the weekend.
There you go. Because it ain't tomorrow. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, it's gonna be 40. We did minus. So I'm warm anyway.
Man, 66, Jamie.
Larry, Jamie's just trying to lie to you, trying to make you feel better. He's lying to me.
It's gonna be warm. It'll be warm. It's warmer every day. Every day it's gonna be warm.
I'm looking outside. It looks like most of the snow is melted. There's still some on the ground, but it's the streets are clean and the sidewalks are clean. But
well, there you go. That should give you a sign of warmth right now. All of that snow, if the snow is all melted, and
it's a facade. It's a facade. It's cold, man.
You got to use the mind too. When you don't see snow, it ain't cold.
I want to send you guys the picture that I was sending a few weeks ago from Marina Del Rey. That's the picture I want to send.
That's a picture. That's not reality for you, Larry, right now at this present time. I mean, if you need to look at that picture, I'm sure you should have saved it and said, "I feel the heat coming off the screen."
Oh my God! I don't know. I've been spoiled. This is my third year as a snowbird, and it's my first time coming back during the period.
And you're visiting the grandkids. That's what you're supposed to do. You're doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I'm willing to sacrifice.
Exactly. Sacrificing for the grandkids. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Grandpa comes even when we have to deal with this, Mama. Grandpa's here too. See?
Yeah.
Look at that. You're inspired. You're an inspiration yourself.
Papa sweet.
There you go. There you go. But what you should be, and I was telling Ms. this, what you should be is happy because UCLA went into Nebraska and got another one. They got another one. That's another. Hey, you know that's a what is it, Ms? It's a what do they call it?
Win?
Upset win, but it's you call it in basketball. That's a number one win. That's a quad one win.
Yeah.
Quad one win right there.
Oh,
Beat
yeah.
Nebraska.
I didn't know that until you told me, and I'm glad. And so, but how's Mr. Cronin? How's he acting?
You know what? He's not.
You guys know what's it, man?
No, not raising my voice at you. What I'm trying to say to everyone is that you might likely get into the NCAA.
I know. Hey,
I mean, he mess around.
You know, we could get in as a 16 and play a number one or something like that, huh?
Yeah, he ain't gonna be a 16 seed. He's got some ball players. USC lost one of their best players the other day. He walked off the court. He ain't coming back.
I think most Bruins will be trying to cheer for the ladies, the women's team, more so than the men's team.
They are an undefeated team. They are an undefeated team.
In Big Ten play.
In Big Ten play.
Big Ten play. Yeah.
So they are. Yeah, you're right. And here's a tournament that's getting ready to start. Is it starting today, Miz, or tomorrow?
Big Ten tournament starts up actually in about 13 minutes from Indianapolis, and Michigan State plays tomorrow. Michigan and UCLA play on Friday. UCLA gets the opener at 12 noon Eastern time. I'm going to be here extremely late because Michigan plays the very last game of the day.
My God.
Wow.
Why did they do that to Michigan?
I don't know, but it's a whole how the seating thing works out, and it's going to be fun waking up bright and early or dark and early to hang out with Sam, and then wait around until about 8:30 when I got to go and get everything ready for a 9 o'clock-ish tip-off between Michigan and insert team here.
Yeah.
Wow, Miz, man, pat on the back, my brother.
I'm gonna need copious amounts of caffeine and thoughts and prayers, as I usually run each and every day.
And that's speaking of caffeine. That's the other thing. My daughter doesn't drink coffee, so there's no coffee around here, man.
Hey, what? Hey, did you got a rental car?
Say that again.
You got a rental car?
No, no.
You trapped? You trapped?
I'm trapped. Yeah. I'm waiting on my other daughter's coming by tomorrow to pick me up, and we're gonna go back up to Connecticut.
What time did they get up in the morning?
She left today around 9.
Yeah, you need to borrow the car and go down to Starbucks. There's a Starbucks right down the street from you. You ain't gonna tell me nothing different because it's right down there on the East Coast. Or there's a Dunkin'
on the East Coast. Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks. They're everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Every other corner.
Every other corner. They fighting each other for the corner.
They're everywhere. Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks are everywhere.
If you ain't getting coffee, that's your fault. You're a grown man. Go get the key, get in your daughter's car. She's gonna respect you. She ain't gonna say, "Daddy, you can't take the car. You just take the car and go get you some coffee."
She's supposed to say, "Daddy, you want me to go get you some coffee?"
No. She got kids, and she got to put them kids together. You know how you organize and do all kinds of things. I know it's been a minute, but you know how you organize and get them kids.
I know. But I will say, my two girls, man, they take care of their daddy, man. I came by myself this time, and Therese, my wife, is still on the West Coast, so they are taking care of their daddy, man. They're texting every hour to see if I'm okay. Want me to bring home something? Want me to do this? So they're taking care of their dad.
Yeah, I'm sure. And you know what? You probably don't need that coffee because you just take a nap.
I would walk to the thing, but it's too damn cold.
Oh my goodness, that's how you get hot. You're infused.
I'll walk and go get me some coffee.
Get that walk on. Move them arms. Get them arms.
I'm gonna move them arms when I lift that 12-ounce cup of coffee. Yeah. All's well though.
I know, dude. Hey, so some March Madness forecasting. March Madness forecasting. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Looks like, based on games through Tuesday, March 3rd, the Big Ten's going to get 7 in. That would include Michigan, Illinois, Purdue, Nebraska, Michigan State, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Now, I'm not including now. My likely ins for you, Big Sweet, Indiana and UCLA get in.
Okay. Yeah, as long as we get a chance to get in, anything can happen once you get in, but but this you don't want to be shut out. So let's see if they can get in.
Well, look, they've won some games now. Nick Cronin has put his he got out of the state of Michigan because he emulates the guy up north, or is it Northwest, or where is he? He's in Lansing, yeah. On East Lansing, yeah. He likes to emulate that guy. That's what gets him in trouble. But eventually he gets out of the state of Michigan, and then he gets some business done.
Yeah. I missed the one last night. So, but yeah, that's a good one. Nebraska. That might be the one.
Yeah,
that might be the one that gets him in.
That's a good win. He's had a couple quad 1 wins. He had Illinois last week, and he had this Nebraska game. So you're talking, those are big wins. Those are big wins for him.
Yeah. The Big Ten tournament's in Indianapolis, right?
No, it's in Chicago.
Well, yeah, the men are in Chicago, the women are in Indianapolis.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Why they have them in 2 different locations, I don't know.
Well, they can't have all those games in one location, can they?
Well, it's separated by a week because the men play next week and the women start up today. So, I don't understand why you can't have them.
They need prep time for the championship, the Final Four.
What?
So, any plans to go over to Chicago?
There's always plans. There's always things you can throw in. Always plans.
Yeah. Or you saving it for the NC2A tournament?
You save it, you lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Young we had on last week, or I think it was last week.
Yeah.
That said that he'd already put in for an Airbnb for Indianapolis. That's how committed he is that Michigan's going all the way to the Final Four.
I like the fortitude of that. I like the idea of that. Yes, I love it. I've driven into Indianapolis, and we won the football wise, and then drove straight home after that.
Wow.
Done that too.
Yeah, I just left India, It's 3.5 hour drive from Detroit. It ain't that far, 4 hours.
It's not that bad. I mean, you just gotta,
4 hours you driving a trailer and trying to drive people.
You had an Airbnb, right?
Yeah, I did, and I got out of there at the right time because I did not get the vid while everything was going on down there. So hey, let's go.
But once again, I remember, man, Indianapolis's nickname was Nap Town. There was nothing to do in Indianapolis, nowhere to go, nothing to do. You go there to take a nap, but no longer in Indianapolis.
Nap time, it's still you can take a nap because you walk everywhere. You don't have to drive. In Chicago, you have to drive. Everything's spread out. The problem is, I'm just saying, Indianapolis, it's easy to get around. It's St. Elmo's down there with that spicy sauce I love with the shrimp.
Oh no, you're talking about St. Elmo.
Cocktail
No.
Oh my!
No, I hate it.
You want to clear that nasal, boy? It clears you up for a whole.
That is true. Well, they got that indoor walkway that connects to all the hotels and the stadium and everything downtown.
That's what I'm saying. Naptown. I mean, I don't mean to call it Naptown. Indianapolis is a cool place, and they've refined it now.
It has become cool. Yeah. I remember going there back in the day. We used to go to the combine every year. The only thing there was the combine.
They didn't want people in. They didn't want to be invited. They didn't. The football guys didn't want you. They were right. You can't be around us. We're trying to get you these players. We're trying to get through this. This is business. Then they found out you make a lot of money with that business. You open it up.
Amen. Now, I mean, they even got inside all the workouts and everything are televised and attended by people, and you can't walk down the street.
You can buy a suite at the combine now. You know that, and just watch the combine the whole time.
I know.
Nobody want to do that unless they own a team or partial owner. But
most of the teams are in the suites. And there's two levels of suites. The lower level, all the teams have a suite, and then the upper level, I think they're now allowing the public to buy. And but they got a section now. They're down on the field. A section of people like
you come down. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, man. If there's a way to make some money, they're going.
You don't have it at Jerry's, bro, because he's got suites right down on the field, and them people be filled up there, boy.
and everyone knows Jerry's there because he brings his big old tour bus with the big Dallas star on it. And he parks it right on the street, right there. And man, everybody sees Jerry Jones's bus. It's like advertising for him.
Jerry knows how to. One thing he knows how to market is market himself.
That is true. You go to Indianapolis doing combine, you're gonna see Jerry Jones's tour bus with the big star on the side. Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you what. If you can market yourself, you can market pretty much anything.
Yeah, that's true.
He doing what he needs to do. He said he gonna spend some money.
I was just going to say, he said he's gonna spend some money this time around. So we will see.
Come free agency.
He better ask Zach for some money back. Dak for some money back.
He did. Dak is gonna give some money back, and what's his name? The wide receiver.
CD Lamb.
He's getting more money. He's getting money back from CD Lamb.
Yep. So
okay.
They're officially under the cap now. So they've got after restructuring both Dak and CD Lamb and Tyler Smith's contracts, the Cowboys are now currently the restructuring cleared around $66 million in contract space. So they have $11 million, I believe, to play around with.
Okay.
And you know how they do that. They go to the player and they ask the player, they have a number in mind, and whatever that number is that they want back, they have to give it to the player in signing bonus, and then it doesn't count. So the player is happy because he gets an extra shot in the arm quicker than he would earn it during the 17-week season. So
he gets his money up front now.
Yeah.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't fight that.
No. So that's why they can go to players and suggest that, and most of the time they get it done because the players get it. It turns into signing bonus, and they can get it as instantly versus trying to earn it during the season, or not trying to, but earning it during the season.
Hey, Jared Goff, big dog, talking that cash money stuff. We need to talk.
They already get some money back. They got money from Graham.
From Glasgow.
He's not going to be around. You got other you got Montgomery's gone. You got
Montgomery's gone. And in a trade, the money travels to the new team from the old team. So
okay,
that's fine.
So they got rid of Montgomery's money. So
all I'm saying is this, though. He got that cash money. He's been talking that cash money stuff, according to Demo, before he left. So, Jared, we are trying to lock up Jameer.
And they're trying to lock him up, and he got to be hey, I'm telling you, Jameer said, I got to be the highest paid.
And we're going to.
He said that? He said that?
The highest paid.
Well, those deals, like when you hear the length of those deals, that's really irrelevant.
I get that. But you hear that sports guy, you hear Miz says that he is the highest paid running back. You know what I'm saying? That makes you feel good inside. I don't know about y'all, but that makes you feel good inside, boy.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But realistically, everything must change. It's only for a year, though.
Exactly. I get it.
Because what happens is, if I do a contract with you this season, if you produce, you'll be coming back to me. Either it'll stay the same, or you'll come to me and say, "Hey, I just became the number one back in the league. Okay, I need to be paid as such." Right. Or if you don't, we pay you, but then you don't produce like we think you should. We're coming to you to say, we need some of that money back, my brother. So it's really 1, 2 year, 3 year deals at the most. The rest of it is just pie in the sky for the agents to be able to say, I got the highest monies, out for a running back or whatever. That's for the agents to brag upon. But these deals are now basically becoming 1, maybe 2 year deals now. That's it.
We need to talk about the game tonight in Iowa City. We need to talk. What'd you say? We got to talk about that, right? Basketball.
That's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Today's Wednesday, my dude.
I'm sorry. I keep messing up.
You ready, boy? You ready, man?
I'm ready. I am ready for that. I mean, I'm ready to go. But hey,
that's been a tough place for Michigan to play, though, right?
It is. That's the problem. Well, when we come back, guess what? Then we're gonna talk about these quarterbacks. All these quarterbacks that are floating around. There's money in a lot of those quarterbacks. Guarantees. Come on, man.
Right. Okay, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
You were clear on the radio.
It was one of the most loved beers in America. Then came the moment everyone dreaded it. Two-headed IPA? Is that two-hearted IPA? Was that goodness?
I don't know. I don't know if I've had it or not.
I don't know. It's got a fish on the can.
Oh, the one with the fishes?
Yeah.
With the trout?
Right.
I can't remember.
Why did everybody dread? Now I gotta listen to it. Siri, read this for me.
How about this? You listen to it while we go on break on the stream. Okay.
Okay.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Thank you, Miz, for that. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and you got Larry Lee on the East Coast. Yeah, no.
I don't have a song for New Jersey. I can't think of one.
I mean, what's his name? The boss. The boss.
Oh, the boss. Yeah.
The boss song, right?
Yeah. I gotta think of one for New Jersey. I can't think of one off the top of my tongue right now.
Just tell him a boss song.
Born in the USA.
Yeah, you can say
Born in the USA. All right.
Man.
Got it.
So let's talk about these quarterbacks. I mean, everybody's looking for a quarterback, a good quarterback, okay? Daniel Jones is the one that comes to mind, but he's got a transitional path. tag that
Right.
the Colts put on him, different from the traditional tag that everybody talks about.
Yeah, the franchise tag really the other tag gives the other team the opportunity to match. You know, if they get an
Right.
offer from somewhere else, the team that placed the transition tag gets a chance to match the offer. But then with the franchise tag, you can't do that. You know, with the franchise tag, you know, you're it's a percentage. There's different numbers for each position. So I think it's like, you know, 20. The running backs would be, you know, 80% of the highest paid running back. You know, lineman is, you know, whatever the numbers is. There's different positions and different percentages for the positions with the franchise tag. But with the transition tag, you know, you get the chance to shop yourself. But if a team makes you an offer, your current team has a chance to match it or not. That's the way that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. But I like that. I like that. Daniel Jones is hurt. He has an Achilles injury, so he's still with the team under transitional tag. But then there's Kyler Murray, where he was given his downright out release. What does that mean with his contract?
Here's the deal. As you've heard me say 1,000 times, the quarterback position is very, very weak right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all you're doing is shoveling stuff. And what you do now is hopefully the quarterback that was somewhere else, if you decide to bring him into you hope that you can make it work at your place where it didn't work at the other place. For instance, Sam Darnold, you know, he's a good example of that being the case. Now, you know, but still, you're very limited in your choices. Personally, being an old head and having played with some good quarterbacks, you know, Kyler Murray doesn't excite me. Tua doesn't excite me. You know, none of those guys excite me. But on the other hand, you got to play a game and you got to have somebody. So what's the old they use in marketing? Supply and demand is what's keeping these guys alive. Because some of these guys wouldn't even play in the league back in our day.
But Larry, they making all this money. They got some guarantees still coming their way. I mean, they're making. I know. Tua still is owed. Kyler Murray will still be owed. If you're that team that needs a quarterback or a backup quarterback or somebody to compete at the quarterback position with your current starter, this is a guy you can grab for a couple $1 million. I mean, you're not. It's not.
You're not on the hook for all the money. You're not on the hook.
Right.
Yeah. The other team is on the hook. So, but you know, on the other hand, the owners they do it to themselves. They put these deals together for these kids or these guys, and then now every owners meeting now that goes on, owners are complaining about guaranteed monies. They're complaining about how much money they're divvying out or giving away. Well, that's your fault for not understanding how the game works or not understanding who to put your money into. You know, if you're putting your money into a guy that is, you know, Jared Goff who's producing, you know, that's different. But to put your money into these so-so ran guys, and now you're complaining about, you know, all the guaranteed money I got out there that I'm dishing out. That's your fault. That's the owner's fault.
But I mean, it's not just the owners. I mean, some of these players have been drafted by you. You've had them for 4 years, right? They're going to sign that 4-year, 5-year deal that gives them that, you know, then you got to make a decision, right, Larry? Are we going to keep him or are we going to get rid of him? Because they're on a rookie contract, and that's what most people want to win the Super Bowl with a rookie contract, or you're going to bust and go to another quarterback, right?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Hope you're looking at the talent pool like the Kyler Murrays and those guys saying, well, what would be different at my place for him than be it different in Arizona where he was? Can I get the most out of him, at my place? And that's what they're doing more so than counting on his talent.
Here's the thing I see with a Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray would not work well in an outdoor stadium. So when you look at an outdoor stadium, unless you're in the down south, but it would work for them in the central because most of the central teams have domes now. If you think about it,
right,
it would work because he would be on that turf and he'd be moving. He's fast. He can make plays when the play is not there. He can make plays and different things and running around making plays. And look, Minnesota needs a playmaker, and right now JJ has not shown. Maybe he needs, and I know you're going to say, why are you going to put him back on the shelf and let Kyler Murray play? Because right now JJ's not ready yet, unless he gets ready and he's ready to go. Because he's gonna have to compete with somebody. You got to give him somebody to compete against.
I saw something interesting yesterday. Kyler Murray to the Steelers.
Right, that's true. That's true too. And they got new turf. They put him down. They got an F in their field.
But. It's tough for me. And I gotta change my ways. I admit I'm an old thinker, but to me it's like shoveling stuff, man. But you don't have any other choice. So
everybody's got the same type of quarterback right now. They're not. Their knowledge is not as advanced as. I'll give you a reason why Aaron Rodgers is always mentioned, because he's got knowledge. He knows how he's got tools. He understands the game. He knows the game. I'm just telling you, but he can't throw it like he used to.
To prove my point, a Phillip Rivers could come back and play. They need real quarterbacks these days. These quarterbacks today are weak.
What's a real quarterback now? We don't even know what a real. There's some examples of real quarterbacks, but they're not. Everybody look.
Supposedly this upcoming draft is the worst draft ever for quarterbacks.
Who said that? Who said that at the beginning? Me. I told you this draft was not. This quarterback class stinks. It stinks of hell.
You got one, maybe two in this quarterback class. So you're gonna have to, if I'm GM and I need a quarterback, I know I'm not gonna get one in the draft unless
one that's already playing. You might as well go get one of those quarterbacks that are making that big money.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Supply and demand is what's keeping these guys alive.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. You got quarterbacks galore right now. You got so many quarterbacks. You can go get you one or two. Have them competing against one another.
So the key now would be, for me, if I'm GM, I'm gonna deal with my offensive coordinator and everybody, and I'm gonna find out, out of all this stuff, I'm gonna just say stuff.
Right.
Out of all these guys, which one can we live with the easiest, the quickest? Which one which one fits what we're trying to do the best? And that's what I would have to go after, be it Kyler, be it Tua, or whomever is available. Who fits kind of what we're trying to do.
Right.
He may not be our dream quarterback, but this is all we got to choose from. It's kind of like, I remember back in the day, we were looking for a backup for Scott Mitchell, and Wayne Font said, don't bring me none of those has-beens. Don't bring me your boy Harbaugh. Don't bring me Warren Moon. Don't bring me. It was like a handful of guys. So that's when we, whether we were right or wrong, we've proven that we were probably wrong. We went after Scott Mitchell because he was young and upcoming and had an upside, during that
pretty
period.
good year too that year when he took over for Marino. He had a
Say
pretty
that
good
again?
year. He had a good year for Dan Marino. So it's not like he didn't put the numbers up that showed that he could play.
But that's all we had to deal with other than him. It was going to be a Warren Moon or a Harbaugh or Mark Rippon. It was going to be one of them type guys. And Wayne Fonts didn't want that. He said, I want somebody with some upside. So that's how, kind of like the situation it is now. You have your idea of what you'd love to have as a quarterback, but then you just try to go out and find someone who can help you best possible versus getting your dream quarterback that meets all your needs, And that's what teams are doing right now. They're shoveling stuff, or hopefully that a guy like Sam Darnold will come into your place and it works out.
That's Kyler Murray. That's Tua. That's
Tua, Kyler.
That's all these quarterbacks. That's
what people were thinking. Yeah, they were thinking with Geno Smith. Thinking that. So that all you got to deal with is what you got to deal with, I guess.
Right now, you don't have very many quarterbacks that are available that meet the system. You got to go with what you can and try to fit. You try to make a square peg fit in a round hole. That's what you're doing.
Unless you're like the Bears who were down and then they end up getting a good pick at quarterback, like the Raiders are getting ready to do. So, that brings up a different kind of subject. But if I'm the Raiders, I'd look to trade Max Crosby to get me some more value to come in with my rookie quarterback.
I like that. And it sounds like Max Crosby, where he wants to be. I just read this article today. I mean, it sounds like he wants to be in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I saw.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he wants to be in Tampa Bay. He likes that area. He likes to see and everything like that. So I mean, look, I know a lot of Lions fans are giving Brad Holmes a lot of crap for not being interested in Max Crosby, but it takes two to tango, right?
Right. It depends on when is he eligible again for a re-up. That's probably what Brad is looking at too. If I get him this year, his contract comes with him, but he's due to renegotiate next year. Well, next year I just paid Aiden, so now I got to pay him, and then I'm already kind of capped. Yeah, so I mean those are all equations that Brad probably are going through Brad's head right now, and why he didn't want to touch Crosby, unless also that the Raiders are asking for too much. We don't know that part yet, Yeah. And we talked about that yesterday. Yeah. If I'm the Raiders, I want at least two number ones.
Right, and teams don't want to give up their number ones. Look, if you're looking for a quarterback, you're not going to get him in this draft. You're not going to get him in this draft. It's not feasible.
The Raiders are. The Raiders going to get a quarterback.
They'll get the best quarterback because he is the best quarterback that money can get. Really, let's be honest. He is the only quarterback that's going to be in the top 10 of drafts. A couple years ago, we had 6 quarterbacks chosen in the first 15. Think about that.
Yeah, and not many of them have panned out. The quarterback position needs an overhaul somewhere in college or high school or something. They need to start really developing quarterbacks again, man, because the league is down. The quarterbacks are horrible in the National Football League now. They're horrible. That's why they were going to the running type guys, because they can't count on them to be back there as good passers. So they got to use their legs.
I'm going to say this: the best running quarterback is still in Baltimore, and he has improved his arm, and he has improved his whole game. So he can throw the ball too now. He doesn't just have to run. And sometimes he don't want to run. He just wants to throw it.
And kudos to Ozzie Newsome for that one, because if you remember his draft, remember he went last in the first round to Baltimore, and all those other teams overlooked him. But Ozzie Newsome had the fortitude to draft him and keep him as a quarterback because they were trying to make a receiver out of him. And so I give Ozzie Newsome all the love, and I think I even remember calling Ozzie and saying, "Hey, man, you were one of the only guys, if not the only guy, that thought of Jackson like that and took him." I think he was 31st or 32nd in the draft that year, or something like that.
He was mad. So when they talked to him, I remember I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And, and Joe was still there. I mean, they still had Flacco.
Yeah, but kudos to Ozzie on that move, and it turned out to be a good move considering the quarterback position, and
it worked
that's
out.
What we're faced with.
Yeah, that worked out for them, but that's what everybody wants to do, though. No one knew that, but see, that was great foresight. I mean, Kyler Murray, if they would have. I mean, it's stronger coaching, maybe telling him he's got to do this and do this instead of playing video games. Maybe that would have worked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just
Well, see, all that's a part of the equation, man. These guys, do they study like the old guys used to do?
No, they don't. They got too many other things they want to do. They want to buy that nice house and they want to put that big screen TV up, and they don't want to see film. They want to see themselves playing video games, and they want to score Madden and everything like that. I get it, but you got to take care of business, the thing that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a business, and the ones you hear all quarterbacks talk about the moment when the game finally slows down for them.
Right. That's the thing. Kyler Murray I'm saying this. He's a good quarterback if he gets the right offensive coordinator. He would be good. I think he can play for 20 teams right now. I think he'd run around and do his thing. Now, he's mad. He's apologetic to the city of Phoenix. All of those things.
I'm old school, and I know our listeners and everybody else can criticize me about being so old school. I just don't like them little quarterbacks, man.
I'm gonna say this: they win. They do win games. They do know how to win games. I know you don't think they can see over those linemen. I know you think that they can't get the job done, but they've been proven that they can get things done if they're focused and do the things they're supposed to do. Tua. Everybody knew about Tua having head problems all the way into Alabama. He had concussions all the way in Alabama. Why you would draft him a number 1 pick, I don't know.
I'm laughing because this discussion me and you're having right now, me and Lomas Brown had this discussion one day, and Lomas was a Tua fan. And I said to Lomas what you just said, probably verbatim. Lomas, why would they go after a guy that's been injured like he has? Oh, be sweet. Man. That dude's gonna be a good quarterback. Lomas, no, Lomas. He's gonna stay hurt. Oh, but no, be sweet. Look, me and Lomas went at it about Tua coming out of college. I never forget that. Huh? Hi. What's up, Mills? Hey, Mills. What do you think about Tua Tagovailoa?
Man, let me tell you right. Let me channel my inner Gruden real quick. Man, I'll tell you right now, man, that Tua Tagovailoa, man, I'll tell you what, he can run the best spider through white banana if he had his head on straight, but he doesn't want to put on one of them damn guardian crowns.
But That's true. What's the name? The coach at Alabama used to babysit him down there. They didn't really treat him right, and he kept getting hurt all the time.
Coach, you got any thoughts on that one?
I'm not going to. So quit asking.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Coach.
Lomas. I love my little brother Lomas. I've been doing Lomas since he was drafted in 1983.
No, and look,
85.
it's great. And look, all I'm saying is there are quarterbacks out there, and if you can't find one in the draft, because you ain't gonna find one in the draft, not in the first round, you get a good one in the second, third, even the fourth round. I'm just saying. And these quarterbacks, they could make it out as long as you got your head in your playbook and you got your head on screwed on right. That's the thing. I mean, look, you ain't got to have all the big money first. It's the next contract. It's that second contract you get paid.
True. So, your boy has a great opportunity to he just got to get healthy and get it together. JJ, he's got a chance to because you guys still believe in him. You still believe in him.
I believe in him. I just want competition where he can see what the level is. You know what I'm saying? He needs to see what the level is. You can't let him be by himself and not compete against somebody. He needs that's competition is the key. Competition is the key for JJ. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say about JJ. I know I gotta end this. I know I gotta end this because we gotta go. And on the other side, we got Chris Young, former center from University of Michigan basketball. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
We're on the radio. I honestly think that Michigan probably is going to be a 1 seed no matter what. It's just, like I said, I think it's just more a matter of where they kind of finish things up. But I think that no matter what, I think that they get
Justy don't want to go to that Buffalo. Have you heard him? He said, no, we'll go to the Philly region.
Why did he not want to go to Buffalo region?
They get all that snow, miss. They may get a blizzard when they're in.
I mean, Philadelphia is no better, though.
I know. It's East Coast.
Right.
They'll be a number 1 seed.
Yeah, I think, I mean, they're a lock for a 1. I don't see how they don't get a 1 seed, honestly, at this point. But yeah, I mean, when you look at like all the regional locations, it's Buffalo, Greenville, OKC, Portland, Tampa, Philly, San Diego, and St. Louis.
Well, they when they were asked by the where would they want to start at, they said Philadelphia.
Okay, then that makes perfectly good sense. I just don't understand why. I just don't understand why he didn't want Buffalo. It's like, what does he? Buffalo and Philadelphia, even though you got more, lake effect stuff. Come on now. It's bound to happen no matter what.
Say you actually actually enjoyed this. It was you were silently taunting Spartan fans. Take it. Yeah, it's completely. I'm completely out of small mockery, more fights or whatever. And once I got into coaching and family, I basically just thought I'd be just when people have road rage, I just kind of shrug it off and get mad and move on. It's a bunch of 18 to 22-year-olds who were probably overserved.
That's crazy.
All right, we're coming back from break here in a moment. We got Chris on hold as well.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler. We got Larry Lee on the East Coast of all places in Jersey, New Jersey. Jersey. And joining us as a special guest is Chris Young, former center, University of Michigan. What's up, Chris? How you doing?
What's going on, guys? How we doing today?
Hey, Chris.
Well, we're doing well. Like what happened on Friday, but we did take a casualty. I don't want to call it a casualty. We took a bump in the road, losing LJ Kaysen, and what do you think, Chris? Losing LJ, how does this team make up for that?
I mean, it's a huge loss for this team. You know, LJ was really starting to come into his own. He was clearly the backup point guard for Cadeau when he would go out. And he's a big loss. He could do a lot of things for us. He could handle the ball. He could score. He could shoot. But now it's next man up. Like, who's going to be the guy that steps up and fills that role? Is it going to be Roddy Gale? Is it going to be Namari Burnett? Like, who's going to take over that role? But they've got enough guys. They still got enough weapons to win the whole thing.
Chris, will they have to going into Iowa City now tomorrow and playing the Iowa Hawkeyes? I mean, do they do the proverbial? Okay, let's find out what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. We're going to see who's going to be LJ's replacement. Who do you think that guy's going to be? Do you think is it going to be Trey McKinnon, the freshman? Will it be Roddy Gale come off the bench for Elliot Cadeau? Because, sometimes Elliot gets into early foul trouble.
Yeah, I think it's going to be by committee. It's going to be, let's bring in Trey McKinney off the bench and we'll let him handle the ball a little bit. And it'll definitely be by committee. It won't be one specific guy that's going to fill that role because none of those guys have that particular skill set.
Right. Do you have now a guy that's multi-valuable, and the commentators are talking about him all the time? Yaxel could probably bring the ball up the floor. I mean, he's a big man. I mean, it could be he could do some things, but I mean, Chris, that's a tall ask, isn't it?
Yeah, he can definitely do it. Yaxel is very talented with the ball. He can definitely bring it up and facilitate the offense. But I don't know if I want him doing that every possession that Cadeau's not in the game, because I want him out running the wing and trying to get those fast break layups and all that, as opposed to trying to set up his teammates every time.
Yeah, I guess the thing is you want to keep things together, but you got to move things around to see how things are going to work. The way I see it is you got two games to make a decision. I mean, you got Iowa and then you got Michigan State on Sunday, right?
Yep, that's exactly it. And then the first round for Michigan in the Big Ten tournament, that's kind of a little bit of a trial run also before it really kind of kind of gets cooking getting into the semifinals. So they've got a couple games to kind of get it figured out, but they don't have a whole lot of time.
Right. I mean, that, and then that game isn't until Friday. So you're waiting until Sunday, and then you get you work. I guess you're working out, playing, practicing, and everything like that. And then on Friday, you got to be ready to go.
Yep, that's exactly it. And, even with them playing tomorrow night, they play Sunday afternoon. Like, that's not a whole lot of time in between that to get a whole lot of reps in for whomever that person's going to be.
Exactly. I mean, that was, I didn't think about that, but that's a quick turnaround for them, right?
Yeah, it's a quick turn. I mean, not to give Sparty any credit at all, but it's a quick turnaround for both teams. I would like to see both of us play tonight, as opposed to wait till Thursday and then with that quick turnaround to Sunday to play each other.
Well, that's what I tried to do, to have the game on Wednesday. I said the game's tonight, and then Miz had to remind me. He's like, "No, James."
So it's my fault.
No,
huh?
I'm just saying. I tried to predict the game tonight. Put it on tonight. Where's the damn game? I would have probably been looking for it too.
Chris, I'm so mistreated here. It's not even funny. What happened to the days of
I know you are.
What happened to the days of you, me, and Mike Spatz just being pals and being buddies in the studio? Now Jamie just attacks me. Jamie just attacks me whenever he wants.
Whenever I want.
Yeah.
Whenever I need. If I need a crutch, I know how to lean on Miz for that.
Yes, sir.
That being said, I mean, Chris, look, I love what happened in what they did in Champaign. I love that they defended their teammate. Again, tell me if you know, because you're a basketball player. Have you ever seen another Big Ten team go into three of the most loud, nation? The Mackey, Breslin, and in Champaign, Illinois, and come out with double-figure scores. Beyond them.
No, I've never seen that, and I saw a stat today that if Michigan goes to Iowa and wins tomorrow, it'll be the first time that a Big Ten team has gone undefeated on the road since 75 or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be Indiana, right? Yeah. It's
an unbelievable thing that they're able to do. How they just gotta get galvanized on the road, and I was incredibly happy with the result at Illinois, especially the second half, the way they played, and they just kept pouring on. I was just pissed off they didn't walk out of there with a 20-point win. 14 points is nice, but they were up 20 with a minute to go, and they gave up a three. Cadeau missed the dunk, then they gave up an uncontested three again. Come on, guys, finish it.
I think
go in there and you beat them by 20. Beat them by 20. Don't beat them by 14.
No, you're right. Honestly, we should have said they beat them by 20, but they did put work in to get it down to 14. And you're right. Yep. But look, they know they lost by. I'm saying this. Illinois know they lost that game by 20. They got beat. And that's just the way it was. And I'm gonna say this: the best player on the floor was their former teammate that played against them. He was all over the boards. He was offensively in action, and defensively he was horned in. So the way he played, it was great.
Oh, it was unbelievable, and he just, Morris Johnson just continues to impress me, the things he's able to do on the court, and the way he's just constantly able to impact the game. They'll go 4 or 5 possessions where he won't touch the ball in an offensive series, but he'll get every rebound, and then he'll switch on to whomever and just lock him up. He'll get down in a stance, and he moves like a guard. It's unbelievable to watch him play. He is 100% the glue that keeps his team going.
I don't know why that young man left, and they claim that they don't know why he left, but I'm glad it was the fortune of the University of Michigan that gets him, and that place came down. I'm going to say Mackey was rougher on Yaxel. But they did get to it. They didn't get to him, but they gave it to him. They gave it to him the whole game too.
Yeah, they gave it. And that's how it is at these road games, especially like you said at the Breslin, at Mackey, and in Champaign. Those fans are as passionate of any fans in the Big Ten, and they show up and they just are incredibly loud and incredibly passionate about their teams, and they just give it to the other team, man. And I can speak on that from personal experience. They give and give and give.
Well, it was good to see that they gave the Big Ten championship trophy to the players. I don't know where it came from, but they were parading that thing all over the place. I'm like, wow, they doing this now?
Yeah, that was great. Especially have Moretz come walking in the locker room holding on to it. Like that, it couldn't have been any better.
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, look, you've got to feel good, Chris, for Cheddar, Will Cheddar, and you got to feel good for Namari because those are the guys that at the lowest of the lowest, they were on that team and they got a chance to bounce back from worst to first.
Oh yeah. Well, and you see the videos, in the locker room after these wins where Cheddar's, very excited, very emotional and stuff like that. This was a whole nother level after that game in Illinois. Like he almost had tears coming down his face. It was so much passion about getting that W.
Yeah,
so it's an amazing thing for them.
It is. It's a great accomplishment. They should not be embarrassed of anything, and they should. And of all they put in, it was a great and how they put this team together. These coaches and Dusty's talked about it, but I mean, it was such a short time, Chris, that they had, and they put a full team together. Like this team's been together for years.
Yeah. I mean, when this team really kind of came together back in August or so, kind of looking at it from the outside, like, yeah, this team could fit. Like, who knows what that Mara kid from UCLA is capable of? Like, he's tall and he could be talented, and we'll see how they all blend together. But man, right from the jump, starting in Vegas, and they just keep rolling. They just keep going. It's unbelievable, and that's a testament to Dusty and his staff finding great players, but also great people that want to buy into what they're talking about, not just there for the Michigan paycheck.
No, you're right, because this team is they did everything they needed to do. They played hard in each and every game, played together each and every game, and they made things work for them. Adai Mora, most improved player, he should be up there, most improved player in the Big Ten. I'll tell you that. If that's an award, he should get it. I mean,
100%.
I mean,
and he should be up for whatever national awards. I think it's the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, best center in the country award and stuff like that. Like if he's not in those conversations, obviously I haven't been watching college basketball for long enough.
Well, yes, for best. I mean, center. At least in the Big Ten, but I mean, I'm talking country. He's one of the best centers in the country. I mean, I haven't seen any better than that. He all out.
You guys are hurting my feelings.
Just the way he just every game he just continues to get better and better and better. And now his free throws are looking better. Like it's just the improvement is just leaps and bounds every week.
You guys are Big Sweet. Let us have.
You guys are hurting my feelings.
Well, no, I was about to compliment you and say it's a good thing Big Sweet got Mara over there. He got a cerebral coach who's not going to yell and scream at him and let him get that ball and different things like that. That's what I was going to say.
I'm teasing. I'm happy for the young man, but yeah, you're hurting my feelings.
Just a young man who came into his own and he put it together. Now he's backwards dunking. I mean, he's doing. I mean, his defense is even. I mean, it's top notch. I mean, he's an elite defender and he's an elite scorer when he wants to.
Like the block in the Duke game that they did, that they screwed it up, the wrong call.
Don't get me mad about that. Again, that was the worst call in America that day. That's it. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I'm not gonna talk about it. Nope. I'm just saying that was the worst call in America that day.
It was.
Hey, if you watch Mara and you watch him closely, when guys go to the bucket, especially when they come in the middle and shoot those like little jump hooks, there's like 2 or 3 times a game where he jumps up and doesn't even put his hands up because he's like, I could probably go get this one, but I'm just going to leave it alone because I don't want to get that goaltending call again.
Right.
He's right there every single time to contest anything inside. Like I mean, you guys absolutely nailed it. He's an elite defender, and he's gotten to the point now where you can give him the ball inside, and he's going to work, and he's finishing, he's dunking on guys. Like it's amazing the progress of him in one season.
I agree. Yeah, he looks good. He's better at Michigan than he was at UCLA for sure.
Well, we appreciate that, Big Sweet. I mean, thank you for admitting that. I would just say this: that young man, he found himself a home. Seems like the brotherhood is there with him. There's no communication problem. He understands them, and they understand him. And they go up and down that floor. He's got that ball set, that two-handed pass going down the floor is always available. So he has really done a great job in setting up the fast break and defending that goal.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean, even if he's 10 feet away from the play, you always know where he's at. You always have to be looking over your shoulder as a guard and even as a big. Like, is this dude just going to come out of nowhere and just swat this thing to the third row?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's a big attribute to this team. He is. I mean, if he's not playing good, then Michigan's not playing good. Yasso not playing good. Michigan's not playing good. If Rez is not playing good, Michigan's not playing good. They need all three of them, and they're in concert with one another right now. Since early in December, November, they had it going on, and they've just continued to sharpen themselves, I think.
Yeah, well, they do a good job of feeding off each other also. They all three of them are very talented at their position, but they can also feed off of each other, and they can kind of morph into playing each other's positions a little bit and all that. It's a really amazing thing to see.
It is, and but I mean, still, I know that LJ won't be there, and it's kind of okay. We're going to have to – Elliot's going to have to be careful with his fouls, his allotment of fouls and different things like that. Trey, I think Trey can play it. Honestly, Chris, I don't know what your thoughts about Trey is, but I think he can play point guard. He's just not had the opportunities. I know he's been a three-point shooter, and I think that's what the coaches wanted out of him.
Yeah, I think that's more of the role, to be a three-point shooter and more of a slasher. But I think he can definitely handle the ball enough. If he's playing against a Braden Smith or Jeremy Fears, he might have a little bit harder time. But those are like the elite point guards in the Big Ten and in the country. Where everybody else, it's like, yeah, he can bring the ball up and facilitate the offense. Like, the point guard position isn't like what it was, where you've got to come down and you have to score and you have to create your own and create for everybody else. Like, let's come down, set it up, straight ahead, and let's go.
Yeah. I think it's going to be. I think it'll be a great opportunity for Michigan. It's another chapter in the book. Another chapter in the book, and it's a big opportunity for him to do what he's doing.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Well, talking about another chapter on Sunday, before the Michigan State game, has there been any talk about raising the regular season Big Ten championship banner?
I haven't heard any chatter of it yet.
I mean, I don't know how there hasn't been any chatter about that. Because I mean, if I was still a player or something like that, I'd be in the office, be like, how do we make this happen? It's a done deal. We already won the championship. Like, how do we just raise this banner right now? Why wait till next year where we got to make sure guys are back in town and do all that kind of stuff? Like, let's get after it right now.
It makes sense.
You want to raise that banner right now, right inside, before the game of Michigan State or after the game?
Sunday afternoon, game tips at 4:00. Let's raise it at about 3:50 or so.
That's a good move. I like that.
You know full well if Sparty had the opportunity to do that for us, they would do that for us.
Oh, they would. That's a Sparty thing to do. That's exactly what they would do.
Yep.
On the other hand, I don't, from a Michigan standpoint, I think that they would, like you said, they would bring it back next year and raise that banner. So it has not been, I have not asked about that. Maybe we should.
Jamie,
you guys got the ear of some other people that I don't. Hey, start asking questions, guys.
Jamie, you should invite Dan Campbell to the game.
Oh, I should.
And if it happens, I just want a little bit of credit for it. No.
We're not giving you a little bit. We're giving you all the credit, 100% credit. Extra credit if we can, Chris. Extra credit.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Why not?
I mean, It is that team. It is that team. The 20.
And the way it's looking right now, it's going to be, number one, in the conference Michigan against number 2 Michigan State. Because I have Michigan's probably going to win tomorrow, and State's more than likely going to win tomorrow. Like, why would you not do it?
Wow.
But that's just me stirring the pot. That's how I get down.
I mean, that's what happens because you're living out that neck of the woods still.
Yeah,
so I mean,
you still live up there. That's
so,
what
I mean,
you've
got to. You have to. It's your obligation to.
Yes, it is.
This is me, old school me. I'm sorry, we raised the banner at the appropriate time, but I kind of like it. I do like the idea.
Yeah.
I do like
I mean,
it.
I just don't see how this isn't the appropriate time. It's a lot of times it hasn't been decided till after that game or something like that. Like, hey, it was decided for a week and a half.
No, you're right. It has been decided, and it should be raised. And you might as well let that baby go. Let it blow in the wind while the game's going on.
Yep.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I wonder if there's any kind of thought process about this.
Little man wouldn't be able to handle
like
that.
I said, guys, reach out to who you can reach out to, and let's make this happen.
You hear me, Jamie?
What'd you say?
I said, little man wouldn't be able to handle that.
Oh, wow, exactly.
Yes.
He was going crazy. I'm sure he would. Remember what? You guys don't remember this. I remember this. When they won the Big Ten championship, they hadn't won it yet, but they were. If they beat Michigan at Breslin at the time, they would have been Big Ten champs. They did not beat Michigan.
No, maybe that's why you don't do it.
That's why I'm saying that. I mean, they tried that one time before, Chris, in the past, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, but now it's already a done deal, though.
I know it's a done
doesn't
deal.
matter.
This is different.
Michigan wins by 20 or loses by 20.
This is a different scenario. Exactly.
Yeah.
We have the Big Ten championship, so it's not like we're looking, okay, let's let it roll. Let's just let it roll down that we're gonna be Big Ten champions after we beat them. So it's already a done deal. I got you.
Yep.
Or pregame, bring the trophy and set it on the desk, on the
storage table.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be some acknowledgement. There has to be.
Put it on the table in front of TV so that Tom Izzo has to look at it all game long.
Wow.
Yeah. If Rafferty's doing the game or Robbie Hummel's doing the game, whoever's doing it on CBS, like just set it right there in front of them for the start of the game.
You guys, wow. You guys.
Oh yeah.
You guys want it seen. You want it in his view. You wanted it.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Chris, you got to understand, Jamie. Chris and I have been a part of the Michigan State Player Haters Ball for I don't know how many years. Chris longer than me because he went to the school. Me because, well, I've got family there and I've got to defend myself each and every Thanksgiving at times. This year I don't have to defend myself because, well, we got one up in their crib, so it's all good. So we just want to just continue to let them know, like, who is the king of the state of Michigan? Oh, look at across the way there, Tommy.
Wow. Wow. You just don't want to be humble. Humble, humbug.
Listen, I'm on that Dusty May stuff. I ain't sharing, okay? I ain't sharing.
Yep.
And we didn't share. We don't have to share. It's over.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just going to rub it in the face.
You
That's all.
just want them to see that where the crown is. The king is here.
Mm-hmm. Champ is here.
The champ is here. It's right here. Right over here. Wow. I know exactly who sits in those front seats on the other side that he's looking straight across at. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not good sportsmanship, is it?
Well, you know what? Tom Izzo said it best.
That's what sucks about basketball.
I'm just going by that man's words. That's all.
Chris, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Ask your question, Jamie.
My question is, if they go to the MAC tournament, when they go to the MAC tournament, And if they lose, do they get in?
Oh yeah, I think they
Miami of Ohio.
get in. Yeah, I think they get in. They get in that large bid for sure.
Okay, I just want to make sure because that's the
They'll
debate.
end up being
right now.
what will they end up being? 33-1 or something like that if they lose one game in the MAC tournament.
Yeah,
I mean,
something like that.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
they'll end
it's
up being-
unbelievable. Like,
yeah.
how do they not get in? And it's
because
not a situation like in football with what was it, Florida State a couple years ago, where the quarterback gets hurt and they don't get in because it's only the top 4. It's not like that. You've got to put a team like that in for what they've done all year. You got to put them in. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to play them.
I wouldn't want to play him in the first round either.
No, I would want no part of that.
Wow, John Green, do you want me to tell everybody that?
I mean, I can just put it up there right now. John Green on YouTube. He said, "Hey, gang, my father was an MSU grad. He told me to go to Michigan since he wanted something better for me."
Wow, wow, John, go blue, brother.
Wow.
I guess. Hey, whatever you want to say. Wow. Yeah, I don't have any more to say about that.
Well, I mean, so I don't know. I don't know if you asked Chris this. I know you asked myself and I think Sweet during the break here in terms of the whole 1 seed thing.
Yeah.
Chris, if Michigan, what's the minimum Michigan has to do in the Big Ten tournament for them to still remain a 1 seed? Do they have to win at least one, or can they get in as a 1 seed in the national tournament if they lose the first round, which I don't project happening?
I don't think they can win. I don't think they can get in as a 1 seed if they lose on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if they get to Saturday and something happens, and then Sunday something happens, then they can still get in as a 1 seed. But no, I don't. I don't. And I have not looked at the matchups who they would potentially be playing on that Friday and all that. But I don't think they can get in as a 1 seed.
Yeah, I think that they're still trying to figure out how the rest of the standings are going to plan out below the like from 3 seed on. I think for the most part, even 2 through 4 are still kind of up for grabs. Michigan State's at 2, but they're a half game up on Nebraska and Illinois. But Michigan State, they've got an easier path. They've got Rutgers Thursday before the big game on Sunday. So I mean, they've got an easier route that way. Whether Nebraska, whatever they have up their sleeve, same with Illinois. But I think after that, like 5 all the way to the end is almost like a toss of the dice at this point right now.
Yeah, it is, because you never know what's going to happen with their last 2 games, and then when it goes to head-to-head matchups and all that other nonsense, you don't know how the seeding's all going to finish up. So
we were also talking about the projected number 1 seeds in the NC2A. I think we came up with 3, and we were wondering who was the 4th. UConn
out of 5. So it's Florida and UConn, Arizona, Michigan, and Duke.
I mean, I got to go with obviously Michigan, Arizona, Duke, and I think UConn is there.
I'm looking at because of the strength of schedule. And everybody's in love with Florida again. They got their groove back or whatever, and everybody's touting Florida right now.
Yeah, well, they're definitely playing a lot better than the last month, 6 weeks or so. But I mean, UConn's tough.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them. I'd say against St. John's last week.
Oh man, yeah,
I saw that game. They beat the crap out of
it. Yeah, BTA.
Yeah. Yeah, they had no mercy for St. John's, that's for sure. They took them apart.
No, they did not. I mean, Chris, I know that we're taking up all your time. We got to go for a break anyway. But hey, appreciate you coming on, being a part of the M Zone.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate you.
That's Chris Young, former center for the University of Michigan. We need to go to a break, but hey, we'll be right back on the other side. And hey, I said there are 7 Big Ten schools that get in at large. I say there's 6 Big 12, 6 ACC, 5 SEC, maybe 3 in Big East. I know that we got 5 major conferences when it comes to basketball, right, Miss?
I'm glad that you finally said the Big East is a major conference.
I let the Big East with their fake. No, I'm sorry. Anyway, you're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the Bizzler, and you got Larry Lee, who's on the East Coast of the United States now, in New Jersey, baby, New Jersey.
Jersey, man.
Gotcha. Hey, folks, I know it's still cold outside, and there's probably some snow still in your yard. But believe it or not, now is the time to actually, to start thinking about your lawn. If you're like me, you're tired of fighting weeds and watching your grass grow thin every summer and your neighbor laughing at you. So do what I'm going to do now. I'm going to call Natural Way Lawn and Tree Service at 888-GET-GREEN. That's right, 888-GET-GREEN. Early treatment is the key, and now you can get green, stay green, and save green when you prepay. Call by the end of the month, and you'll get the early bird discount. Natural Way has been serving Michigan since 1990 with 100% satisfactory guaranteed. But you have to start early for the best results. It's easier to prevent a problem than fixing one. That's a Bo Schembechler guy. So call 888-GET-GREEN. That's 888-GET-GREEN. For limited time only, purchase a full lawn program and get free grub control, but you have to mention my name, Jamie Morris, with the Big 1050 WTKA. Natural Way Green Lawn and Tree Service. Get green, stay green, the natural way. That's right. I am competition when it comes to my lawn. I see my neighbor out there cutting his lawn. You know what I'm gonna do 10 minutes later?
No, you one of them dudes, man.
I'm sorry. It makes me angry. He out there cutting his lawn, trying to make mine look like a afro that ain't combed. You know what I'm saying? I let nobody make me look bad.
I got an invention.
What?
A remote control lawnmower. Sit on your porch and just guide the thing around your lawn and let it do the cutting.
That's too much work. I ain't controlling it. Just let it go. I want it to go like the that thing in my house. I got that thing going, and it does.
You're talking about like a Roomba?
Yeah, I got a Roomba in my house. Why can't I get a Roomba in my yard?
Just let it cut until it gets it all done, huh?
Yeah, it cuts it down. Cut it all the way.
As large as your lawn is, though, Jamie, you might be starting that from sun up and going all the way to sun down, bro.
I run out of power, Miz. I gotta charge it up all the time.
Yeah, just charge it up midway through. You got to get yourself a long extension cord. Do it that way, maybe.
Yeah, that may have to be.
That, or we'll put a pole right smack dab in the middle of your lawn. We'll tie the lawnmower up with a piece of rope and have it spin around. Had like that automatic track thing going right around in circles. We'll get you some pretty designs in your lawn.
Well, I'm gonna let Natural Way do their thing first. And
which engineer we had said he still got to push more.
Oh, somebody did say they got to push.
That was Tony. Black, Eric Black.
Yeah, it was Eric Black. Eric Black said, yeah, he still got to push more.
Like a gas-powered push mower.
No, I ain't talking about gas powered. He said he got to push
the old rotator.
The old rotator. Oh. He's got to cut. And Eric can tell you, man, if he's listening.
Yeah, E-Boogie. You got one of those things. You got the old school. Like you see the 1950s sitcoms.
Right. Where you push and then you pull it back. You push and then you pull it back. You push and then you pull it back.
Are you Beaver Cleaver? Is that what you're saying there, Eric?
My 3 sons lawnmower.
I mean, look, it's just what it is. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. So, is this the year, Miz? I'm just going to ask. Is this the year for the Big Ten?
I'll be honest with you. I would hope it is. Honestly, I mean, when you've got really mean, don't get me wrong. I still think Michigan is the best squad in the country, even though the Associated Press think they're the third best one behind Duke and Arizona.
Yeah.
And it's and I can understand that with Duke beating Michigan on a neutral site. I get it. Listen, they deserve to get that one spot, no doubt about it. But who else has Duke played?
Right.
I mean, I'll look it up. I'll look it up for the people. That's fine and dandy. I mean, they got 2 losses on their record. Which one of their losses was to a 19th ranked Texas Tech team. The other one to their in-state crosstown rival, North Kakalaki.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. I figure, I mean, Michigan, they went through their down slot where they lost, or they barely scraped by Penn State on the road. They got by Wisconsin at home, but they still found ways. I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and look at the early part of the season where they just escaped TCU. They barely escaped Wake Forest at a neutral floor, even though it was mostly a home game for Michigan.
Right.
But I still think that all in all, if you were to go ahead, if you were to replay that Duke Michigan game again, I would probably say that you're looking at, a combination of the two, of both those squads, maybe splitting 500, between each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me, though.
I get it. I mean, look, I'm just going to say this. Michigan should have the most teams in this upcoming tournament.
Uh-huh.
I think you got incredible. You got Michigan, Illinois, Purdue, Nebraska, Michigan State, who is the overall number 2 right now in behind Michigan. You got Iowa and you got Wisconsin.
Right.
I mean, those, and if you want to add on, Indiana and UCLA have been a little on some on a winning streak right now.
If from what I've seen, like with bracketology things, and again, I did not study bracketology at any school. The science of brackets, by the way, that's mostly a Madison Raleigh thing. Don't believe me? You can ask her or husband. But I do think that UCLA, they've done quite enough to get themselves into the tournament. Indiana, to me, I think right now they are the very last team to get in. So they'd be one of those play-in games, first 4 games.
Right, the first 4 games.
Kind of like how Ohio State's also in that same line right there. But I think UCLA, they've done enough where they have got a locked-in spot. In fact, in the latest bracketology, according to one Mr. Joe Lenardi, the Duke and professor of studies of brackets, he's got UCLA as a 10 seed, and we've seen UCLA as a double-digit squad make a heck of a run. If you don't remember, 2021-22.
No, I remember that.
The 2021 tournament. I mean, they made it all the way to the Final Four.
Right.
And if it wasn't,
and they beat the state of Michigan.
Yeah, and if it was
state of Michigan,
and if it wasn't for a Jalen Suggs shot from a star, being a star shot, UCLA would have been in the championship game against Baylor, and could have done something that hadn't been done since the 80s when, what was it? Was it Georgetown that was an 8 seed, or Nova that was an 8 seed that won a national title in the 80s? They could have been that first double-digit seed to be a national title team. Because I think they could have potentially gotten Baylor in that game.
I remember that year well, man. I was pounding my chest in the state of Michigan, man. I was talking to both you guys and Sparty. I was talking noise, man. They were mad at me during that run.
No, you're right. I mean, look, that's just I agree. They should be in, and I mean, Ohio State. That's a right now. That's a bubble team. They lost their last 2 games.
Yeah, because they were for a while there going back and forth with their win totals. Actually, they were exchanging wins and losses.
Yep.
For quite a bit. And Ohio State, they haven't been looking all that good. Now they snapped their losing skid. They, I believe last night or 2 nights ago. But they need a lot of help.
Right.
They need a lot of help. And I'm not talking like, like Michigan winning or a Iowa losing in the tournament kind of thing. No, they need teams that are favorited in their conferences in the outside of things that are probably like a fence, like they're riding the fence about getting in or whatnot. Like in the A10, St. Louis needs to win their conference championship to help out Ohio State. For the, when the Big East, the top three have got to win. Meaning UConn, St. John's, and Villanova. Those three have to win. You cannot let Seton Hall win. You cannot let DePaul win.
Right.
You've got to let those top three teams win.
Yes.
You can kind of go through where some of these that are actual like the top legitimate one. And I'll be honest, I know Chris had said that if Miami has one blemish in the MAC championship game that they can get in.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
I don't think that happens. I'm sorry. I get they had a tremendous.
Whoa, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta break this because this just took took a turn.
What is it?
Former ESPN analyst and Notre Dame head coach Lou Holtz has left us at the age of 89, according to ESPN.
Oh, wow.
Live.
Wow. Rest in peace, Coach.
Yeah, there is no joking about that one. That, like I said, that's one of those things where that's childhood stuff right there.
Yeah,
that's a heartbreaker right there. So I do apologize from deviating from.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, that's great. That is important news for a lot of people.
Yeah, but because I can't remember where I heard this stat about the Mid-American Conference having more than one representative from their conference in the tournament. Like, you got to go back to like the early 90s, I think. But I don't know if Akron wins the MAC tournament, I still don't know if Miami gets in at that point.
I don't know if they get in. I mean,
there are a lot of conferences right now. Like the Mountain West is kind of tight right now. If San Diego State or Grand Canyon win, I think that hurts Ohio State. Like, you've got two teams right now in the Mountain West that I think you can get one of those at large, one of those teams that's an at large, meaning Utah State is at the very top right now with New Mexico a half game behind them. If New Mexico or Utah State win, that helps Ohio State. If any of the other squads below them win it, that hurts Ohio State significantly.
And gentlemen, where is the play-in tournament held?
I believe that is located in one location that also has this audio bit right here. That would be Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio!
Dayton because it's the most centrally located spot. So everybody can get to where they need to get to.
And it's a damn good arena.
It's an all right arena. Let's not get carried away.
University of Dayton Arena is a top arena in the country.
I didn't see you commit to Dayton saying, I want to play for Dayton, coach. I
didn't play basketball.
I don't care. If Dayton Arena is such a high profile thing, you should have committed to Dayton.
I tell you what, the University of Dayton football field where we played all our high school football was one of the best around too. Don't you forget it, sir.
Didn't what you call it? What's his name? I can't even think of his name. Spider 2, Y2 Spider.
Oh, you're talking about
Gruden's dad coach at Dayton, Ohio?
I think Gruden's dad did. I think so.
Oh yeah, Gruden's dad. Yeah, he was at Dayton.
Yeah,
before he went to Indiana, and he was on Lee Corso's coaching staff.
Oh, was he? Okay.
At Indiana, but then but Gruden played actually at the University of Dayton. The coach.
Yes.
Yeah, he played at University of Dayton. But University of Dayton has some great facilities for a what division are they? What are they?
They do whenever they get into the tournament, they do play Division I basketball. They have a Division I basketball school.
I bet Philly knows this one. Years ago, UCLA played Dayton in the finals.
Of what year was that?
NC2A final.
What 1950 what?
No, that had, I think I want to say 72, 73, somewhere in there. University of Dayton played UCLA in the NC2A final.
Wow.
Yep.
Check that out now.
Check it out. Look it up. And UCLA, I mean, Dayton had a great basketball coach. His name was Don Donaher, and he coached there forever. And I think he's in the Collegiate Hall of Fame of coaches now on basketball, college basketball. But Don Donaher. But yeah, check out UCLA against
1967. Yeah.
1967.
Yeah. So when it was originally 32 teams, here is how their path to the national championship went. They beat Western Kentucky 69-67 in overtime, which also begs me to do this.
Nice.
Every time 69 is mentioned, you already know. In the Sweet 16, an upset by beating Tennessee 53-52. In the Elite Eight, another upset, beating Virginia Tech 71-66 in overtime. In the Final Four, beating North Carolina again in an upset and in a blowout fashion, by the way, 76-62.
Yep.
Or falling to UCLA in a blowout matter, 79-64.
Yep. I remember that. It was 67. I thought it was like 72 or something.
Yeah, I was about to say that ain't in the 70s. I don't remember. I remember the 70s. I ain't seen no Dayton in the 70s. I'm sorry.
I remember. My brother was in LA. My brother was 16 years older than me. He was in LA and I was in Dayton. We called each other every play before cell phones. We were just dialing each other. Did you see that play? Did you see that play? Me and my older brother.
Yeah, your mom said, "You're running up my bill. You better
I know. I know. She saw that bill and was like, "What the hell?" Oh, yeah, UD Flyers.
They were something, but I get it. It's the game is always played there. The 8 game
play in tournament.
Play there in the tournament and see who's in and out, and then they go off to their respective areas that they're going to play.
Yeah,
right. Yep.
In terms, but to kind of go back to like, does the Big Ten have a shot this year? I think this might be the best chance that I think the Big Ten has. And I circle back to Michigan as being one of the teams, if not the team, representing the Big Ten to hoist up a plaque at down in Indianapolis. So once again, Indianapolis becomes Ann Arbor South at that point. But for teams like Ohio State that are like the thinnest of bubbles, like I kind of go back to another conference that could get more than just one team in. They could get 2 in, but if a lower seed, wins their respective tournament, they could be getting 3. And I'm looking at the West Coast Conference here. Gonzaga and St. Mary's are both tied with the same amount of conference wins. But Santa Clara is kind of hanging out there, a game behind both of them. And if I'm not mistaken, Santa Clara pulled off an upset over Gonzaga earlier this year. So it would not shock me if the Broncos of Santa Clara win their tournament and punch their ticket into the NCAA tournament, and that would be detrimental for Ohio State and even Indiana for that matter. So, I mean, you're looking at a lot of tournaments that Ohio State is kind of, that they've got to show up and show out for on the men's side, and they got to hope that they get a lot of help from other conferences to help them out.
No, you're right. I look, it's going to be tough. This is going to be a fight for these two teams. For the teams that are sitting out and looking in. I mean, look, I'm gonna say this. We dog out Mick Cronin all the time, but he's gonna slip in there. It seems like, Miz. I'm just saying.
I just think that what they've done, like as an overall, at least this year, and I know they don't have like I mean, I know that we focus on Michigan more than we focus on any other school
Right.
in the
Yeah, of
conference.
course
I mean,
we do.
we'll pay attention to Michigan State. We'll pay attention to Purdue because they're always a perennial school that has a lot of success on the basketball court. We look at Indiana because once again, you look at how they have been, and it's Indiana has been a prominent school ever since even after Bobby Knight quit coaching there. But UCLA they've had some big games and they've won some of those games. And sure, they've had some games where you look at and you go, how the hell do you lose to that squad? How do you lose to like a Northwestern? I'm not saying that they lost to Northwestern, but you just kind of look at how things are with some of these teams. You go, well, how did they pull this one off? Not sure about that one.
Right. No, you're right. Well, we'll see. But I mean, look, there could be other teams. I mean, look, there'll be some misses. There'll be some misses that everybody will be up and fan bases will be up and raising hell for.
Absolutely. I mean, because I'm kind of going through what UCLA did. I think the only game that I've seen of recent that I scratch my head and go, how did you lose to them? Was they lost at Minnesota a couple weeks ago. And then again, a little bit of a head scratcher at home where they lost to Indiana by 1. So, I mean, that to me, like, those are probably the two that I just go, I don't know. Like, how do you lose those games, but you still are able to pull off a win against Illinois? You pull off a win against Purdue. You pull off a win, or you made it close against Gonzaga. Those are some of the ones where I just kind of go, this UCLA team, some of it makes sense, but sometimes you don't make sense. So make it make sense, please.
That's when you could possibly say Cronin. I mean, if your team it's hard to judge. Is he getting the best out of them, or is he hurting them? And that's what you'd have to take a hard look at. Is he getting the best out of them to beat some of those teams, or is his madness? Because he seems to be toning it down now after the one little incident with the young man. Where were they, in Illinois?
No, I think you're thinking about that was after the Michigan State loss where he dropped this gem.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Right. So do they have the talent? That's another thing you got to look at. And I don't know if they have all the talent. So I got to give Cronin some credit for being a decent coach. But all the antics, man, I can't, I can't stomach all the antics.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he embarrassed himself.
I think he got the message now.
Well, yeah. I mean, considering too, it seemed like the fan base was really sour on him for the antics that happened in that Michigan State game by him personally ejecting his own player from the game, and like I said, the not the locker room or the press conference afterwards, the open media avail in the hallways of the Breslin Center.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you just saw a lot of UCLA fans. They were getting sour on him. Like, man, what are you doing? You're giving a bad look to our university,
making them look bad.
Exactly. So that's what I can think.
Wow.
And we talked about this before on the show that that style doesn't work anymore. That used to be the case, but the only one that could really get away with it now, still because he's been doing it so long, probably Izzo. Other than that style don't work no more. Football or basketball.
So to keep the madness going, the NCAA is going to require player availability to report to the March Madness this season. So they're demanding that the players be available to the media.
They haven't been in the past?
Not really. They don't. It's a pilot program now that they won't use on other NCAA championship events, they say. But teams could be penalized for failing to cooperate with the initiative as far as much money as $10,000 per institutions.
Wow.
I mean,
They can't afford that the way that these teams are struggling.
No, you're right. We need to go to a break, and we come back. We'll discuss it. And I guess the question of the day: if Miami goes undefeated in their regular season and they lose one game in the MAC tournament, do you still think they should go to the NCAA tournament? All of that on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050.
All right, Larry, we're coming back from break. Stand by. Jamie had to dip out. He'll be calling us from the car.
Oh, okay.
This is the M Zone.
I can't even do it, man. I'm cracking up. I can't even do it.
I'll do it for you. And welcome back to the M Zone. Matt the Hitman Missler, best guy in the business. And over on the right side of the country, not the left coast, the right coast, we call him Big Sweet Larry Lee.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Okay. Wait. Hey, way to step up. Next man up. Way to step up.
We try to do the best we can. Jamie had to step out on a little bit of emergency, but I think he'll be joining us on the phone here in a little bit. But the phone lines are open at 734-998-1050. Question of the day. We brought this up with Chris Young, our former Michigan basketball big man who played in the late 90s, early 2000s, about Miami of Ohio. They're currently 30-0 on the season and ranked, or I'm sorry, they're 29, or no, maybe they are 30-0. I'm not, things happen between when the rankings come out. They're 30-0 right now, according to the Associated Press. Of course, with one game remaining on their schedule, they head down to Athens, Ohio, to take on the Ohio Bobcats coming up on Friday.
Right. Okay.
I'm glad I got a calendar in front of me because I wouldn't know what day of the week it was anyway. By the way, Jamie Moore is joining us on the phone right now. But the question to the people is 734-998-1050. If Miami loses a game along the way, either on Friday to Ohio or a game in the MAC tournament, do they miss out? Does a committee look over them for the NCAA tournament?
I say no.
Okay.
I say they get in because, I mean, no matter what conference you're in, to win 30 games or 29, 30, whatever it'll be, 31, that's an accomplishment, man, and worthy of being played, getting an extended season. So I'm saying they get in.
The thing, though, when I look at this, and Jamie, I'll get your thoughts here in a second, is that Miami hasn't played anyone.
Right.
They haven't played anyone. Like when I look at their schedule, do you know who Trinity is?
Who?
Exactly. Do you know who Milligan is?
I've heard of Milligan, but yeah, okay.
Okay. IU East. Have you heard of IU East?
No.
That would be Indiana University East.
That sounds like a junior college.
It's exactly what it sounds like. But those are three of the teams that Miami of Ohio has played this year. Which, by the way, Miami University East is located in Richmond, Indiana. It's a regional campus for the University of Indiana. Jamie, I wanted to ask you, what do you think Miami gets in? They're currently 30-0. If they lose a game along the way, do they get in?
I think they should, but I don't think they will.
Okay.
I don't think they will just because strength of schedule. I don't think they've played anyone worthy. I mean, do they have any quad one wins or anything like that? That's what the committee's going to judge everybody on. And if you don't win your conference or let's just say your conference tournament, that's how they get in. That's how usually the MAC gets in, right? So, I mean, if you don't meet those criteria, you're not going to get in. So you got to win. For them, they've got to win, and then they got to win their tournament.
Yeah, I think. I mean, they could lose at Ohio, but the only way that they get in at that point is they've got to win the tournament. They've got to win the MAC tournament down in Cleveland.
I agree with that. Yep.
It's just because the committee does look at the quality of win, strength of schedule, all that stuff from top to bottom. They don't have a quad one victory. I would say their toughest opponent that they've played this year out of conference, and this is like splitting hairs, honestly, is Wright State. Do you know where Wright State is located at?
Dayton, Ohio.
That part I actually don't know. Is it actually in Dayton, Ohio?
Yep, it's a suburb. Yep.
Oh,
Dayton,
okay.
Ohio. Yep,
Yeah,
Fairborn, Ohio.
See, I'm glad you met.
You know, I knew that, and I'm not going to say that. That's why I knew I'd let Larry say it. That's why I Larry.
Other than that, I mean, they played in terms of in conference. They played Akron, which is the second place team in the MAC right now. But I mean, other than that, like they don't have any flashy marquee wins on their resume.
But they're in the MAC, so that means they beat the Western Michigans and those type teams, right?
Yeah, in fact, a couple about last weekend, they actually just got by the Fighting Broncos in Kalamazoo, actually, and it actually got a lot of attention on social media after the Miami head coach knocked over the in-house DJ's speaker as he was going out the tunnel into halftime, and I'm pretty sure he avoided it best he could to stay away from that DJ because. Trust me, them speakers ain't. I've seen them speakers before. Those speakers are not cheap.
No,
they're not. He got to.
You're talking to the music, man. They're getting more and more expensive every year.
Exactly. But I believe, again, this is based off of like bracketology stuff. If I'm not mistaken, oh goodness gracious, of course, I'll do something that just completely screws up my screen here. But Miami of Ohio, and of course, they decide this is the 1 year that both Miami, Florida, and Miami of Ohio get in. But they've got Miami of Ohio as an 11 seed, and Lenardi says that's the highest they're going to be. That just tells you like how tough that this team is right now. You know,
they're 11 seed in
the NCAA tournament. That's what Joe Lenardi.
Okay.
That's what he's got them set for if they make it.
Yeah,
if they make it, okay, gotcha.
So for them to move up or down or anything of that nature, man, they got to get so much help along the way. But honestly, I think they have got to win their conference tournament to solidify them getting in. That's just my opinion, though.
He's predicting. I wouldn't have predicted them to be that high of a seed.
I mean, I think the only reason why they're giving them that highest seed is because they would be, as long as they do complete the perfect regular season, that would be the only reason why is that they complete the regular season out, undefeated without any issue whatsoever. But I digress from that. We'll hit the phones right now, 734-998-1050. Let's talk to Hadley. Hadley, what's up?
So tell me, if they let's just say they do make the MAC tournament and win it all. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's only 8 teams out of 13 that play in that tournament.
That is correct. They only do the top 8 in the MAC for the MAC tournament. So they're automatic number 1 seed. They've won the outright MAC championship last weekend when they beat, or earlier this week when they beat Toledo.
And then if they win 3 games, they win the tournament.
Quarterfinal, semifinal, final. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, they got to win 3 down in Cleveland.
So let's say they do that, and this guy is saying they're no higher than 11th if they're 34-0. Would that be the lowest seed undefeated team has ever made it into the NCAA tournament?
Don't make me do work right now, Hadley. I'm already doing enough work as it is right now.
You don't have to. I'm just saying this out loud.
And I'm saying it out loud, through my mouth right now, is that I don't know. You're asking me to do work right now. I'm doing enough work as it is, as being a producer, co-host, statistician, producer.
You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Brother. I'm doing it all.
You're doing everything. Did you take your sip today?
Wow.
I'm about ready to go ahead and drop your call, Hadley. You about to play this kind of stuff because I got the
wow.
Woo!
Call me Husky Harris, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt, because I got the whole world in my hands, and I can go ahead and crush it.
I got you. Well, all right. I'm just curious. I just thought maybe they probably would be then, because there hasn't been many undefeated teams that went to the big dance, is there?
It's a rarity. I mean, Gonzaga, but I mean, again, Gonzaga is a completely different scenario that when they went undefeated in a regular season, because they actually went out there and scheduled tough teams. But yeah, in terms of like a non-Power 5 or a non-like modern day blue blood, yeah, I would say that's what it is. That being 11 seed may be one of the lower seeds that you would get. But again, Miami hasn't played anyone.
Right.
They've played 3 teams that don't have emblems on ESPN.com. They've got a gray out shield.
I don't know how good Wright State was this year, but I checked their record. They were 20-11 at this point.
Yeah, that's fine. But like I said, when you go by, like when you go off of like the stats that the committees look at, whether like quad 1 wins based on like your net rankings and all that stuff, Wright State ain't that. Wright State is probably quad 2 at best.
You know what? At times, Wright State have been formidable over the years. Yeah, at times, not regularly, not all the time, but every now and then, Wright State comes up with a good season that kind of impressive.
Yeah, they're definitely a good competitive team in the Horizon League. They've given Oakland fits. They've given Cleveland State, which is another perennial squad out of that conference, some fits too. So I mean, it's anything really is a possibility at this point.
Larry Lee, I'm glad you're having so much fun in this nice weather. I'm glad you weren't here in January.
Oh, okay, rub it in, Hadley. I tell you, man, my teeth are chattering, man. I'm inside. It's even cold inside. I'm like, people, turn your heat on or something, or turn it up or something. But it's even cold inside to me now. I'm an old, thin blood man.
And I find it interesting. Jamie, let me ask you this. Back in December when we had all this really bad weather, temperatures in the teens and wind chills big time, did you still keep your thermostat at 67 degrees?
Yeah.
That's too cold.
That's how we kept. That's how you. I mean, we wore a coat, or you wear something, or you put a blanket on. I mean, Larry had a blanket on earlier today. I mean, I get it. I hear you, but that's what we try to do.
I have a blanket on, and it's 73.
Jamie was molded in the cold.
Jamie, when it's that chilly in your house, you can get sick.
Nobody got sick. Everybody, no one got sick. Everybody's fine.
You can get sick by dust bunnies in your house. That's what happens if you don't clean out your air ducts, which this is a friendly reminder. If you haven't cleaned out your ducts, you should probably clean out your air ducts before you turn that air conditioning on later on when we actually get to warming up.
Well, gee, CJ never complained when he says, "Daddy, why am I wearing 3 sweaters?"
CJ is fine. He does not complain a bit. Don't worry about CJ. He's being raised right. Yes. I'm sorry.
Daddy, why I gotta have on my winter coat in the house?
Listen,
he ain't got the winter coat. He had a little jacket on.
The only complaints, and Hadley, thanks for the call. The only complaint that I've ever heard CJ have is, "Where's my black boy cookie?"
Okay.
And at that point, it's like, okay,
that's exactly
fine.
Right.
That's the only complaint I ever hear. That's the only complaint I ever hear about CJ. That, or he just looks at me and goes, "I don't know," or just no. Which, trust me, I don't blame you. You see me, I'd say no too.
That's so funny.
That's what I would say. Yeah. Which, by the way, Vinny mentioned on YouTube that, if anyone missed it, that former Notre Dame head coach and NC State head coach Lou Holtz has passed on the age of 89. So if you do have, that could be another thing. If you got a good Lou Holtz story that you want to share, and I know it's, Notre Dame, North Carolina State, that's not the same as Michigan stuff, but Lou Holtz has been like the mainstay of college football for God knows how long,
He was an institution. Look,
Lou Holtz story, I got one for you because I went to Japan. I went to Japan and played in the Japan Bowl, and he was the coach.
Oh wow, okay, yep.
And he was the coach, and Jackie Sherrill. Think about it. Jackie Sherrill was the head coach of the West Side, and we played for the East Jumbo. And I went to the Japan Bowl, which was right after the Holiday Bowl. It used to be called the Holiday Bowl, the Outback Bowl. It's something else. I don't know what it is, but it's the Tampa Bowl, the bowl in Tampa. And we got on a plane and flew out. And I remember Lou Holtz in practice, and Jackie Sherrill kept messing with him. I mean, messing with him as a coach, and he knew he could get under Lou's skin. And I remember Lou saying, "I'm gonna kill Jackie Sherrill."
Yeah.
He got so darn mad, and I'll never forget that. It was just the funniest thing. And just watching him, the way he was talking, and he was trying to convince. And Tim Brown was on the trip. Tim Brown was like, Lou wanted a punt returner, and nobody would raise their hand. He goes, "I know, I got a punt returner, and who I can point at and say you need the punt return, but I'd like to have somebody, volunteer." I ain't catching no punts for you.
That's an old Mike Tomlin line. Mike Tomlin said, I want volunteers, not hostages.
Exactly.
Larry, you got yourself a Lou Holtz story?
I really don't. I don't have a Lou Holtz story. I just love the way you and remember Scott Kolkowski that played for the Lions. You and he do the best impressions of Coach. That's the only stories I got. I don't know.
Yes.
Don't know him personally, but good man, and you and Scott Kolkowski do the best impersonation of him.
And I the thing is like it's easy to kind of to clown because of the way that his voice is, but I mean, let's be honest. I always thought the unintentional, at least I didn't think it was an intentional razzing of Ryan Day was, I thought that was amazing because I mean he wasn't wrong. Fine, I don't see any toughness with you. I don't see toughness with your team. But tell me how you're going to beat a Michigan team that may not be good, but they're gonna outwit you. They're gonna out tough you. And what happened later that year? Michigan out toughed them. Now, granted, Ohio State did go and play and won a national title, but they weren't tough. Michigan was tough that year, so Lou Holtz wasn't wrong.
Right. No.
And the thing is, I just kind of went along with it. Of Ryan Day does not pack a lunchbox to get himself ready for a blue collar football game. That's Midwest football right there for you. You go out there, you play 60 minutes of football, and Ryan Day's not ready. He doesn't have a lunch pail ready to go. He doesn't even have a ham sandwich in his lunchbox. Like, how are you going to be ready for the game without a lunch when and ready to go?
You got him down. Miss.
I mean, spot the lies that Coach Holtz had, and I will hand you $1 for every one that he may have missed. That he was wrong about. He was right on about it. And like I said, just him being in the studio doing college football.
Him and Mark Bay.
Exactly.
Him and Mark Bay. That was awesome.
Yeah, between those two, and then and whoever decided to be the host that week, that was Chef's Kiss. The originators of the helmet stickers, right. on TV, the ESPN helmet stickers. So I mean, it's definitely a heartbreaker. That's seeing a legend go like that, man.
Definitely a legend. Scott Kolkowski played for him at Notre Dame, and I mean, he had him down. Every now and then, Wayne Fox would let Scott address the team as Lou Holtz, and we'd always get a kick, man, out of Scott doing Lou Holtz. And That was what a great guy. Good coach though. Good coach.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Legend.
Without a doubt. I know he did not care for the University of Michigan, but that man still was a legend in his own right. 734-998-1050. Let's take one more call before we hit a break. Rodney, what's up, man?
Hey guys, how are you today?
Doing all right,
Hey,
man.
Rodney.
Hey, what's going on, Big Sweet? You cold?
I'm freezing, man.
Dude, I'm wearing flip flops and shorts right now.
Oh God.
That's a Midwesterner right there, man.
I don't even own socks. I get socks for Christmas every year. I give them to my kid on his birthday.
Oh my God, Rodney. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm freezing, man. I'm freezing.
Come on now. Did you wear sleeves when you played in the league?
No, I didn't. I had a little bit more fat on me then, so no, I didn't wear that. You know, that was the big thing too. Like we go to Green Bay and that kind of stuff, and no, I didn't wear sleeves. No.
You had to be the tough guy, right?
Right, exactly. But I'm an old man now, and I'm not tough anymore.
Okay, what's the worst field you guys ever played on? This is a conversation between you and J-Mo. What's the worst turf you guys ever been on?
I'll start it off. The worst turf. When I was with the Dolphins, we played the last Monday night football game of the season in Green Bay. It was crazy. It was like 2 below zero, and it was ridiculous, man. But yeah, the last Monday night game was in Green Bay, the Dolphins against Green Bay, and I froze. You wanted to be in the game just to stay warm, you know. And I remember getting my toe stepped on, my big toe stepped on, man, and I didn't necessarily feel it until I got in the locker room after the game and took a shower, and that thing started pumping and hurting like big dog, man. So yeah, that was it.
Throbbing pain, eh?
Yeah, that throbbing pain, man, like on the Flintstones or something, you know.
J-Mo, what about you? What's the worst field you ever played on?
The Green Bay field that we had in Milwaukee. The game we had in Milwaukee where both teams were on the same side. That was a rough field, baby.
I remember that. Yeah.
For me, it was crazy.
All right. As for Miami of Ohio, I think they need to at least get to the conference championship game to get in.
Okay, so to get to the MAC championship game, I can't remember. I think that one is on a Friday or Saturday. I think next week.
But yeah, exactly. And by the way, Lou Holtz did not coach at NC State. He coached at South Carolina, I believe.
Well, let me
yeah, he did. I think he played. He did coach South Carolina at the end of his career, but he had North Carolina State at the beginning of his career.
Yeah, he was at NC State from 72 to 75. I know that was something that Vinny had put in chat that he was a part of.
Yeah, and then I think he went to Minnesota too, and then he ended up at another.
Yeah, he got Minnesota because they got us. They got the job 1 year. We had to go get it back.
I think he put them on probation as far as if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sorry,
I didn't want to talk bad about him. I didn't want to say he put him on probation.
You know what?
That's an institutional thing.
I still think Coach Tark's still suing the NCAA.
No,
from the grave.
Well, so wait a minute. So isn't Les Miles? He's suing the NCAA too.
Yeah, I think he was suing the NCAA for like 20 plus years.
Jeez.
Hey Jamie, did Bo and Coach ever go at it?
Bo and Coach who? Lou Holtz?
Yeah.
Oh, they got it. They get. You know, when we signed the new deal with the to play Notre Dame, it was supposed to be the first game of the year. Lou, after the second game, Lou tried to slip a game in between us. I can't play Michigan. I can't play Michigan at the first of the year. Let's play them the second game of the year, so we know what our team, the negative things and the positive things are. And Bo got so mad.
Yeah.
Just have Miz cue up Bo's legendary rant of to hell with Notre Dame.
Oh my goodness! I gotta see if that's still loaded in the system. That's an old cut from the old system. I gotta make sure. I'm not sure if it made the transition over. That's something I'll look up during the break. I'll see if I can find it during the break.
There you go. So yeah, I think they need to make it to. You know what I'm thinking is going to happen? I think Miami Ohio is getting in the tournament, but now they have that quote unquote the 68 games, whatever in Dayton. I think they're going to end up in Dayton because they have an 11 seed team going there, and they need some stuff.
I'm not. I wouldn't be. Well, no, I don't think they'll get that far because I think a lot of that comes down to, if they end up winning the tournament, I think they get that they're fine. If they don't win the MAC tournament, then yeah, I think I can see them maybe being a part of that first four.
Because it used to be like the last sacrificial lambs are all 16 seeds, and then they changed it up.
Yeah, thanks to Oakland and Alabama A&M back in the I believe the 2010s or the 2000s, one of those decades. But yeah.
So yeah, now it's the 6-11 game. So there's like two of those, and the other two are sacrificial lambs.
Exactly it. I mean, I'm still on the boat of, you know what? Let's see if we can get a couple of 4 seeds to fight it out now. Let's just, forget about the sacrificial lambs. We know that they're probably going to get their tallywhacker smacked at some point, and it's probably going to be in the first round. But there's obviously those 2 rare occurrences where it never happened, but that's.
I've only seen 1 16 seed win in my entire lifetime. I'm a little older than you.
Well, you probably saw 2 because UMBC did it about a decade ago, and then
that was the only.
And then the one a couple years ago where it was
they beat Virginia.
Yeah, but it was Purdue and Fairleigh Dickinson, if I'm not mistaken, was another 116.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think the West Coast Conference with Gonzaga, I think they're going to get 3 teams in.
I think a lot of it is going to come down to if Santa Clara can win the conference tournament. If they can do that, I think that they do have a chance of getting 3 in. But a lot of it is going to come down to how far, can Santa Clara make it to the championship game, which I know we're airing the Westwood 1 coverage here. That's on Tuesday next week. So next Tuesday, we'll find out if Santa Clara can punch their ticket in. But I know Gonzaga and St. Mary's are a lock in, Rodney. So appreciate the phone call there. So now we got to hit a break here. Jamie, you going to stick around after the break, or you got to dip out?
No, I got to dip out. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I figured I'd double check with you. We make sure to let people know when we come back from break, at least that they get to chat with Larry Lee and they have to deal with me.
Well, I appreciate you. You did a good impression coming back, Larry.
All right. All right.
There's always the second segment of this hour to kind of make
right. I needed to warm that throat up, man. To get that high.
Well, maybe you got to ask your daughter to bring back a Starbucks to help you out with that one. That might be
that might be
it. Jamie, we'll chat with you tomorrow, big man, and we'll
see you guys.
All right,
man. All right.
Bye.
Jamie Morris right there, and he's got to take care of some family business. But Larry and I got you coming up here on the other side. We got Tom and Dexter coming up on the other side, too, on the phones. Phone lines are open at 734-998-1050. You can call or text there. And, of course, we're streaming on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to interact with us in the chat, we can do it there. So we're back on the other side, on the M Zone, on the Big 1050 WTKA, and online at thebig1050.com. All right. And for those that are watching on stream, we're going to hit our break here too, and we'll chat with you when we come back on the other side. All right, Larry, we're coming back from break in a moment, my friend.
Okay.
This is the M Zone.
And welcome to the Big 1050. You got Jamie Morris. You got Matt the Hitman Missler, the best in the Bizzler. And in New Jersey, you got Larry Big Sweet Lee.
Now that's what I'm talking about. There we go. Now that's
there we go.
I know you need to get the voice warmed up a little bit. I know you'd get it down. I know
Yeah, man. I hadn't had no coffee and chills, and I had to warm it up a little bit, but I got it now. You know, to get that fever pitch.
Exactly. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you got to get something to warm up them vocal folds. You know that as a performer. You know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coming up in a little bit, I do got a question to ask you because they did announce the Hall of Fame game coming up down in Canton, Ohio, which obviously you and Jamie were at last summer when the Lions took on
Chargers.
The Chargers. That's right. I forgot it because we had Jimmy a part of it, and we couldn't get him on the radio with us, unfortunately. But we do have the teams that will be playing there. Did get a comment on YouTube from Bob. He said, "Someone please inform Ryan Day about Lou Holtz. He was looking for him." So it's a nice little callback there, Bob. I thought it was a nice little cheeky thing right there, and I know that I'm fairly certain that Ryan Day has probably given his sentiments in some way, shape, or form. Ain't no doubt about it.
There you go. So who's ended up playing this year?
So the Hall of Fame game will take place on August the 6th, of course, at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, and it will fit the NFC South winning Carolina Panthers and the team that will have, I believe, the number 3 pick in the NFL draft, the Arizona Cardinals.
Wow. Okay. Well, I got an inside deal because my band played the pregame party last year, and we've been signed again to do this year. So we're going to be. My band is the tailgate party for that. We didn't know who the teams were going to be, but now we know. And for those listening, my band will be the pregame party band. Yep.
Well, there we go. So hey, if you're going down to, if you're a Cardinal or a Panther fan or just a fan of Hall of Fame football, Big Sweet and the back in the day band will be down there. So I like that. Nice little
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna be there. And last year was a lot of fun. It was a big crowd, and they invited us back for a couple of reasons. They told me we did so well, and then we had a great crowd. We brought a great crowd, and they partied, and so man, that's I'm looking forward to that one. My band loved it last year. We had a good time. But we've done 5 Hall of Fame parties, but for the individuals that were going in the hall.
Okay.
We did Barry Sanders. No, we didn't do. We did Charlie Sanders. We did Richard Dent's party. We did Cortez Kennedy's. We did Ken Easley's, and we did the Pittsburgh Steelers party right after COVID. So yeah, we've been over there a few times. They love us over there. It's a good thing.
Well, hey, like I said, if you did it well the first time, and you kept doing even just as good, if not better, every time afterwards, they welcome you back with open arms, man. You must be doing something good.
And we broadcasted this show from there.
We did.
Yeah, and so we'll plan on doing that again this year.
We'll see. Let's see what the Cards have in store for us, and we'll try to run it back and do video streams down there like we did last year, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
Absolutely. 734-998-1050 is the number. You can call or text in. Of course, question today involving the lone undefeated team in men's Division I basketball, the Red Hawks of Miami of Ohio. Do they get in if they lose a game either on Friday to Ohio University or if they lose a game in the MAC tournament? And if you got your thoughts on any positive or any memory whatsoever of Lou Holtz, we lost today, family announced at the age of 89. More welcome to share that story. We head west of town. We head to Dexter and talk to Tom. Tom, good afternoon. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing quite well.
Good, Tom.
Larry, I got to tell you, I give you an A- or an A+ even for your impersonation of Jamie.
Hey,
I know. The first one. The first one was an F, Tom. I flunked at the first one, but once I got my voice warmed up, I give myself an A2 on that one.
Yeah, that was really good. About Lou Holtz, I was going to bring up the same thing. He challenged Ryan Day by calling Ohio State soft, and they kind of verbally answered back and forth a little bit on that, and then he brought it up. I think after they won the championship. Maybe?
I think so. Yeah, I think that was brought back up again after that, after they won the Natty a couple years ago.
Exactly. Of course, they had lost 2 games.
Well,
we'll never forget that because they deserved the asterisk.
Oh yeah.
About the basketball game tomorrow night at Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really tough place to play, but they're conditioned by some really tough venues, and they've been unbeaten on the road. I don't think that's going to change. I'm sure these guys they have a lot of pride and they work so hard together, selflessly, and I don't see any let up. And I told Jamie maybe before the Illinois game that they were going to win 4 straight. So I think they're going to win the four games we discussed before, and I'm hoping that they'll seamlessly. LJ is very. I don't know how they could replace them, but by committee or whatever it is, I hope it's seamless, and they can just cut down on the turnovers. You don't want to turn the ball over a lot and give them more opportunities. But I think we're going to come out with a double-digit win. That's what I feel. I'm very confident they're going to play some good basketball tomorrow night and be victorious. And I'm just excited about men's and women's basketball. Hopefully hockey plays up to their abilities, because when they do that, they can beat anybody. every now and then they've had a let up here and there and split a few series. But it would be great if wouldn't it be fantastic to have 3 national championships?
Oh.
I'll take 2 at least, but 3 would be fantastic. And
lather me up in hey Tom, lather me up in that butter, man. You're cooking that butter up. Lather me up in that, man. I'm ready for that. Inject that into my veins, man.
Yeah, I love Michigan, and it's my school. I love them to death. So I can't wait. And I'm looking at football season. That's going to be a very challenging schedule. But I'm glad we're starting with a clean slate and got rid of people that were really making us look bad. So, I'm just very confident we're going to have a great year with the new coach, and I'm looking forward to football too. And you guys keep doing a good job here. You're seamless. Even when Jamie the Great is not there, you guys are carrying the torch there. Keep it up. Go Blue.
Appreciate you, Tom. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Tom. By the way,
go ahead.
When spring ball? When will that start?
So I believe spring practices start up later on this month, and it all culminates with the spring game on April the 9th, the 18th.
Okay.
The 18th will be the spring game, but I believe spring practice, like the actual when the spring practices start up, I believe start up in a couple weeks actually. So we're getting close to when spring ball starts to see the conditioning, see some of these young Wolverines get themselves into it. And I know UCLA is going to be doing it around the same time as well too, but pretty sure the weather down there is going to be a little bit better than it is up here, Larry. So maybe a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, you got indoors now, so.
Well, when we actually get to the actual spring game itself, like it's one of those, all right, let's roll a dice and see, are we going to get temperatures at 50, above or below 50? Are we going to get rain? How much rain? Is it going to be snow? What are we going to get here? It's kind of a play it all by ear kind of situation at the very least.
One year, me when I was at the Lions, Tom Goff, we orchestrated the Lions practicing it over at U of M, over at the what was the indoor facility?
Oh goodness, why am I having a blank here?
Yeah,
someone in chat or in text are going to tell me, and I'm going to feel like a complete utter dumbass for not remembering it offhand.
Well, Tom Goss was a good man, and he and I wanted to try to improve the Michigan, I was going to say UCLA, Michigan, Detroit Lions relationship. So Bobby Ross was the coach, and we had a few practices over at Michigan that Tom and I put together.
I'll be damned. That's really cool that they were able to pull that one off.
Yeah.
Let's see here, because I haven't seen anything pop up on in the comments about it, so that of course I can't remember because that's why would I remember anything happening at this point right now? Come on, someone in chat, someone in text, tell me the indoor facility over on campus. I can't remember offhand. Brain don't work at full capacity, but someone will mention it, and I'll be like, yep, right.
I know. You're entitled, man. As many balls as you juggle in the air during the day, man, you're more than entitled to have a slip up every now and then, Miz.
Brain farts just they increase as the day progresses on, so it just turns into more flatulence of the mind, and that's not just a wrinkle that's just releasing air; it's just complete utter dumassery at that point. So before we wrap things up, we did get a text in from John who commented earlier in chat, but he sent the text softball back-to-back 8-0 run rule win. So congratulations to Bonnie. Doing the business down. I can't remember. I believe they're down in his neck of the woods down there in Tejas. I could be mistaken, but back-to-back wins. They beat Liberty yesterday in a no-no, and then they just beat James Madison today over in Virginia. I'm sorry, the Hokie Invitational. That's where they're at right now. But congratulations to them. I wanted to ask you this one because we're getting about to sign off here today. We're seeing a lot of news of different teams starting to release players when the new calendar, the new season officially starts up as far as off-field stuff.
Right.
Patriots announced that they plan on releasing Stephon Diggs. Your thoughts on that?
He's putting on my managerial hat.
Mhm.
He's probably getting a little long in the tooth, and for the monies that you're giving him, and then with now the little side shows, the Cardi B's and all that. Now I know they've broken up now in the whole thing, but they're probably getting a little tired of Stephon, even though he contributed. And now you got Vrabel, who was pretty cool, but still, I'm saying it's more of a personality thing than anything else.
Yeah,
and a little age factor. He probably needs some younger guys in there, and maybe one of their guys develop to the point where they think he could replace him.
That's a possibility. That's a possibility. I mean, it just seems like the drama wherever he's at just follows with him.
Yep.
Glick Fieldhouse was the indoor facility that.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yep.
Google Maps helped me out on that one. That's right. Larry, great having you on today. Hopefully, you get yourself some good coffee when you go up to Connecticut tomorrow. Okay.
Yes. Yep. I'm waiting on my oldest daughter to get here, and then now there's coffee everywhere in Connecticut.
Well, of course, you got to get some good stuff. You don't have to get any of that cruddy coffee. You get some of that good stuff.
Some good stuff. All right, man. Enjoy it, man. I enjoy being with you, Miz.
Absolutely. And for the rest of you, thanks again, of course, to Chris Young and Jamie Morris. And we'll be back full staff tomorrow, getting you ready for Michigan and Iowa. So we'll talk to you tomorrow right here on the M Zone on the Big 1050 WTKA and online at thebig1050.com.